In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to start a successful faceless YouTube channel from the very first day you create your channel to the day you get your first YouTube paycheck. Now, this video is going to tackle every single stage a successful YouTuber would have to go through. From deciding to start a YouTube channel, what goes into deciding your niche or the type of videos you would like to create on the platform, how to approach the YouTube journey in order to succeed. I would be taking you through the entire monetization process as well, which involves the Google AdSense account creation and verification, and to the very first day you get your first YouTube paycheck. Now, this video is going to be a little bit lengthy than usual, but if you stay true to the end of this video, you would have a lot to be very thankful for. And finally, why should you listen to me? Well, I've been doing faceless YouTube automation for some time now and have made a little over $70,000 over the last few years. Now, this video is going to be very detailed but simplified in order to suit any level of your commitment in your faceless YouTube journey. So I'm just not going to be telling you what you need to do. I'm going to be creating a faceless YouTube channel and then walk you through the entire video production so you can also be able to follow through the process as well, and finally what it takes to get paid on YouTube. So let's start with the very first step, and that is creating our YouTube channel. And what you need to know is this particular stage boils down to your inspiration and the reason you would need to start a YouTube channel. Mostly it's about something you would love to do, and if this is your reason, you will not run out of video ideas and you will be able to create your videos effortlessly. But at the end, you need to get paid for the videos that you create on the platform, and this brings us to what is known as CPM and RPM. Now, basically the CPM is how much advertisers are willing to pay for their advert to be shown on your videos, and the RPM is how much you get paid by YouTube after they've taken their 45% share from the CPM. You also need to know that the CPM is influenced by the type of videos you create on the platform or your entire channel as a whole. So someone in the productivity niche would have a higher CPM compared to someone in the comedy niche. But that being said, views are what actually gives you the money on the platform of YouTube. So if someone is in the comedy niche and has been getting a lot of views, those in the finance niche or the productivity niche who are not getting a lot of views are likely to make a lower amount of revenue compared to those in the comedy niche if those in the comedy niche are getting a lot of views. So now that you've got a clue on what you need to know before starting a faceless YouTube channel, I would go ahead and create my channel. But before that, what videos will I be creating with my YouTube channel? What are my interests? Well, for me, I love football. A documentary style football videos is what I would like to create videos on the platform of YouTube. So what I need to do next is to check out channels on YouTube that are doing the same things that I would like to do. I'll look out for how many people are doing this and what the reception is like for these types of videos. So going through the platform of YouTube, I found a channel known as Daily Dose of Football. This particular channel is doing exactly what I would like to do. But for me, I'm drawn to the emotional side of football stories. So what I'm going to be doing is to start my channel and then begin the video creation process. And I believe by now you all have a clue on how to create a YouTube channel. So if you have a Gmail account and you have the YouTube app, you just need to turn that into a YouTube channel and then name your channel. So for me, I'm going to be naming my channel as Jaguar. Now, the name of your channel do not really matter. To some extent, it gives people the idea behind a particular channel, but in the long run, the name of your channel do not really matter. So after you are done creating your YouTube channel, the next thing you need to do is to get your video ideas, and you can do that by taking a clue from the channels that are your source of inspiration or channels that you look up to. So like I said, I'm drawn to the emotional side of football stories or documentaries, and I've come across a footballer known as Emiliano Sala. He died in a plane crash after completing a medical to move from his old club to a new club. So what I'm going to be doing is to research the entire story. I can do that by looking out for videos on similar subject or topic on YouTube. I can search the internet as well with the name of the player I'm looking out for or the topic I want to create videos on, and news or articles on that particular story will be shown to me. So after the research is completed, I'm going to be writing a script. You can actually pay someone from Fiverr or Upwork to write a complete script for you on whatever topic or subject that you want. Alternatively, you can also use ChatGPT in order to write your script, which I would recommend you edit completely in Google Docs before recording that into an audio. However, you need to have in mind that not all faceless YouTube channels will require a voiceover or an audio. But if you belong to a niche that needs a voice recording or an audio after the script has been generated, what you need to do is to record your script into an audio. This can be done using AI or text-to-speech platforms. There are several of them, but I prefer a platform known as Descript. So this platform is an easy to use platform that can successfully turn your script into an audio. So what you need to do is to paste your script into this particular platform known as Descript and select your speakers. Now this platform will generate your entire script into an audio for you, which can be done in few seconds. You can also be able to save or export that particular audio for your YouTube project and other projects as well if you want. An alternative option is paying real people on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork in order to record the script into audio for you. You can go onto these platforms and check out people that do this as a job. That is, if you have some money to start investing into your YouTube journey. But what I personally do and will recommend anyone starting a faceless YouTube channel is for you to use your own voice in terms of recording the script into an audio. Because for me, I believe voice is a powerful tool in becoming a successful YouTuber. So in the long run, if you want to show your face someday on YouTube, you may not be able to have the on-camera presence in order for you to do this. But if you have the voice, after you have practiced the voice facelessly, you can actually be able to command people in order to listen to you, as you have a good voice and can be able to communicate properly. And you've been able to master this particular skill successfully by practicing that at the start of your YouTube journey without showing your face. So that being said, I'm going to record my script, which I've written for my video project, right in front of you. So you can see what exactly it feels like to record a documentary style audio. This footballer died in a plane crash, and his death is considered as one of the worst tragedies in football history. His name is Emiliano Sala. He was an Argentine professional footballer playing for Nantes in the French Ligue 1 before signing for Cardiff City for 15 million euros in 2019. He was super happy about the move, as he always wanted to play in the Premier League. After completing his medicals, Salah returned to Nantes on 19th January to properly say goodbye to his teammates and also pack his belongings. On 21st of January, the aircraft which was flying Salah from Cardiff City disappeared off Alderney, the same aircraft that has flown him to Nantes 2 days earlier. On 23rd of January, Channel Airline Research reported that there was no hope of finding any survivor in the water. On 7th of February, his lifeless body was discovered in the water. His last voice note to friends and family is quite sad. I'm up in a plane that feels like it's falling into pieces. I'm going to Cardiff. I don't know if they're going to send someone to look for me because they cannot find me. So after successfully recording my audio, what I need to do is to find footages or images that correspond with the audio or the script that I've just read. Now you can find these materials on YouTube. YouTube actually allows these materials to be used on YouTube. That is, if you can be able to completely edit the videos in order to fall under the fair use policy. But without you perfectly editing these videos you've gotten from YouTube, will result in what we call partial or a complete demonetization of these videos. That means the original creator of the footages you've used in your videos will claim portions or the entire revenue generated by these videos in the near future. But if your style of video is actually different from mine, so what you will need to do is you would have to use footages that correspond with your story or what exactly you are doing on the platform. So if it is a stock videos or footages, you would have to go onto platforms where you need to sign up and then pay in order to get stock videos. Some of these channels include artist.io, Shutterstock, and many more in order to get footages that you can be able to use as B-rolls for your stories. Alternatively, you can also create talking head AI avatars in order to replace you in your faceless YouTube journey. You can use platforms like Leonardo.ai in order to create this type of footages or videos for your channel. I have a link below or somewhere on the screen on how to create a full AI avatar for your faceless YouTube channels. Click on that after this video in order to check it out if you want. But to brush on that a little bit, in order to generate a perfect avatar image, go onto Leonardo.ai with a command or a prompt. After getting your avatar image, you can go onto THBD and then add your audio which you have recorded or have generated using text-to-speech platforms to your avatar image, and this will generate a complete talking head AI avatar image for your channel.
Subscribe to Hulu as well.
So I believe you've gotten a clue on how to pass through these stages which I've talked about so far: creating your channel and then writing a script which can be generated or turned into an audio. All this can be done with AI or by yourself if you want. I recommend that you try to do some of these by yourself so that you can be able to master the art of recording and writing the script by yourself. If you are starting newly and do not have money to invest into your project or your YouTube business. So that being said, I'm moving to the next stage. We are done with scripting and audio production. What is left in the video production is editing. So like I said, I'll go onto YouTube, get footages that correspond with my story. Make sure you transform these images or footages you've gotten perfectly in order to beat the copyright system. YouTube actually takes the issue of audio-visual content quite seriously. The mere fact that I'm talking about it may sometimes result in this video getting community guideline strikes, which are some of the things that you will need to also understand as a YouTuber. Your videos can be striked, deleted, or even after a number of strikes, your channel can be terminated. So take a critical look at the things you put on the platform where you get footages from in order to produce your videos. And again, you can use platforms like Fiverr or Upwork in order to find video editors that can edit your videos completely if you do not have what it takes to edit your own videos. However, it is a process and it is advisable to learn on the process of creating YouTube channel or videos. So I'm going to CapCut to edit my videos. What I do is I make sure I add footages that correspond with the audio. The audio itself needs to be edited. There are some places that I may make mistakes, so I need to take them out. One thing that I recommend also is adding captions to your videos if it's in a form of short, in order to keep people watching and then reading what you are saying at the same time, and make sure that the captions are bold enough. Another thing you may also need to consider is music. Now you may add music or background music to your videos. That can be gotten from YouTube as well by going onto YouTube audio library and get audios that are uploaded on daily basis for content creators. Go through the right process and download these particular audios from YouTube audio library. Alternatively, if you want a high quality audios for your project, you can go in for platforms such as Epidemic Sound and Pay in order to get high quality audios for your YouTube videos. So that being said, after editing and then putting together my audio and the footages, this is the final result of what my video looks like. This footballer died in a plane crash, and his death is considered as one of the worst tragedies in football history. His name is Emiliano Sala. He was an Argentine professional footballer playing for Nantes in the French Ligue 1 before signing for Cardiff City for 50 million euros in 2019. He was super happy about the move as he always wanted to play in the Premier League. After completing his medicals, Salah returned to Nantes on 19th January to properly say goodbye to his teammates and also pack his belongings. On January 21st, the aircraft which was flying Salah to Cardiff City disappeared off Aldeni, the same aircraft that had flown him to Nantes 2 days earlier. On 23rd of January, Channel Island Air Research reported that there was no hope of finding any survivor in the water. On 7th of February, his lifeless body was found in the water. His last voice note to friends and family is quite sad. I'm up in a plane that feels like it's falling into pieces. I'm going to Cardiff. I don't know if they are going to send someone to look for me because they cannot. Alright, so we are moving to the last stage of your YouTube journey. That is basically what every YouTuber aims. That is to get paid for the videos you create on the platform. It is absolutely very easy, but you have some peculiar tasks to complete. That is a threshold of 4,000 hours of watch time or 10 million views on short content. You would also need 1,000 subscribers in order to qualify to be monetized. And have in mind that the monetization process involves 3 stages. The very first stage would not require a lot from you. What you need to do is to accept the terms and conditions of YouTube partner program. The second stage, however, is actually the most important one, which involves creating of your Google AdSense account. Now basically YouTube pays you through Google, and then Google actually release the money through your Google AdSense account into your bank account. So the Google AdSense account is the most important part when it comes to monetizing a YouTube channel. There are so many rules and regulations with regards to creating a Google AdSense account. One of those rules involves creating just one Google AdSense account in your name. This is an entire topic that needs to be tackled on its own, and a video for that is also left in the description below. Go ahead and check it out if you want. You will need a tax information in order to complete your Google AdSense account. You would also need to verify your identity and then your address as well. Now, verifying your address will require you to have a document sent to you known as Google AdSense PIN. So that will be physically sent to you from Google straight from the US, and you will need to receive that in your mailbox or in your address which you have provided. It takes 2 to 3 weeks for that to land in your country. After 3 weeks, however, if you've not been able to have access to the PIN, you can request another one using the same or a different postal address. Now, for YouTube to accept your Google AdSense account while trying to monetize your account is quite easy. It takes just few hours. You will go through all the processes I've mentioned in the Google AdSense account itself. And the next and final stage of YouTube monetization would require YouTube to verify your account to make sure that it goes through all the rules and regulations that governs YouTube. And this would take just few nights. Basically, if you start the process on weekdays, you may be able to have the process completed or accepted into the partner program before week ends. Under normal circumstances, you should be accepted within 1 night. So after you are accepted into the YouTube partner program, what you then need to do is to turn on ads on all the videos you have published and all that you are yet to publish. And the sweetest part of this entire journey is YouTube payment. YouTube pays you on the 22nd of every single month. That is if you have been able to complete the threshold of $100 every month. So at the end of the month, if you have been able to make $100, that is the month of January, you've been able to make the $100. On the 22nd of February, you will be paid that particular amount. A tax deduction is going to be made, which is going to be 14% of the amount you've made for those in Africa. So for you to be a successful faceless YouTuber, you need to repeat all the processes that I've mentioned, and then if any of them do not correspond with the style of video or the type of channel that you have, you just need to apply a little bit of what I've said in your own journey, and I believe you'll be able to have a success story. So basically that's been it. If there's something that you think I've not touched on and you would like to know more, leave that in the comment section and I will address that personally. Thank you so much for your time. I will meet you again in my next video. Have a great day.